Hello, everybody. Eddie Marcus here again. Want to take a moment to tell you why the Minnesotans should vote for me, write my name in as a replacement for a U.S. Senator from Minnesota, replacing Al Franken, and also why you should consider the year 2020 writing me in as President of the United States. Now let me begin with why the poor in Minnesota and the poor across the country in 2020 should write my name in. Well, most of you poor people, you shop at the dollar store and at the Goodwill and at Dollar General and general stores, hoping that you can get a better deal. Most of you, the Goodwill, get your clothes there. You're hoping that somebody who got a little money is passing something down, and they get in the Goodwill, and you can go to the Goodwill and get it. Now, the thing that is happening in the Goodwill nowadays is that the prices of Goodwill have come up to the same prices as probably Target or some of the other stores. Isn't that something? But by voting for me, writing my name in as the next representative, and giving me your support, and understanding that this is not a Republican or a Democratic strategy, this is a strategy that I call come from heaven, which recognizes your right to enjoy life just like anybody else. So, you won't be shopping at these dollar stores or Dollar General, and if you do, it's because of location close to you, but it'll have items and products in them that's as good as that in any store. And you will be able to go into those stores and get what you need, you want, you desire. You won't be able to go in there overkill, because when you got a lot of money, you don't go overkilling. And now that you got access, you won't go overkilling. Why? Again, it's because you can go back when you need additional stuff and get it. Now, this is for you poor people. When it comes down to education, the doors will be unlocked. Anything you want as far as education to make you better at whatever it is that you are given to do, it's right there for you. You won't be denied health care. You won't be denied what? Pre-existing stuff. Hey, doesn't matter. Whatever your condition is, if the medical profession is able to deal with it, you got the best care that can be given. Now, for those of you who are not poor, one other thing about poor people, this won't be free. You will play a part in the process. And I'll admit, it's going to take a little bit of time. It won't be free. And what I mean by it won't be free is that you will be working. You will have a job. You will have a job of your own choosing that allowing you to do whatever it is that you love doing. And that, by putting your hands to the plow, engaging yourself in that creative process, it makes you part owner. So you don't have to be ashamed. You don't have to be embarrassed. You are just as good as anybody, and your living life reflects it. Now, those of you who call yourself middle class, same thing for you. Just like the poor people. Access to everything. Wonderful cars like the poor people. You might not want to own a car. In fact, you might just want to get a car and rotate it into other styles that you might be interested in during a certain period of time. All of this will be accessible to you by your supporting this campaign and supporting God's will for you. It's not going to just happen. You got to support God's will for you, which means a lot of these laws and rules and regulations will have to be changed undoubtedly, because we will actually be creating a new system, a system that reflects the will of heaven being done on earth. So you don't have to die to go to heaven to get your blessing. You just wake up and do the right thing here. And that is basically treating others as you want to be treated. Now, you very rich people, it might be harder for you, because right now your trust and your faith is in the money that you got. You have gone through some strange things to get that money, and you are not going to be wanting to turn it loose. But once you have to turn it loose, because it'll lose its value. It's not going to have any value. And you won't be able to do the things that you've done as far as abusing people. See, right now you might live in gated communities trying to separate yourself from other people. But having the system change, you don't have to lock yourself in. You don't even have to lock your doors. You don't have to lock your windows. You can live freely, because nobody wants to steal anything you got. Nobody wants to come rip you off because they got their own. You won't have to worry about what illicit drugs, people selling their bodies. You don't have to worry about other kinds of crime that you say you're worried about. And the cops won't have to be fearful anymore. They don't have to be walking around with guns thinking they got to kill somebody today, or hoping that they don't have to tase anybody today, because people's lives are exciting, and those vicious vices that they've been attached to over time, they don't have to do that anymore. Now, for those of you who believe that you are God, who believe that you are better than anybody else, that you are connected to heaven, that you are divine, and you're so smart and you're so entitled, then everybody should be bowing down to you. You can forget it. That stuff ain't going to happen, because once people can stand up on their own 2 feet and feel free, you won't get them to bend nothing before you. The only thing they'll bend their knee for is God. And that's why all of America, all of Minnesota should vote for me as the next replacement U.S. Senator from Minnesota, and in 2020, the president. Now, I know you're going to have a lot of people coming to you talking about this and that, but everything that they're going to talk to you about is going to be dividing Republicans from Democrats and so on and so forth. This, what I'm talking to you about, is going to be a change, but nobody loses. Everybody gains. You're talking about $16 an hour wages. You don't have to worry about that stuff no more. That's slave stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying to you, wake up. Wake up. The future is yours. And the guarantee that these things happen is not just because I'm standing here saying, make me your leader, make me your representative, make me your servant. It's not just because I'm saying God is going to bless us. No, I'm saying these things that I just mentioned are going to happen to us because you embraced it, you want it, and you exercise your sovereignty. You exercise your power to guarantee that you have your cut. And by so doing it, you guarantee that everybody else got their cut. Now, can anybody else beat that? Will you turn your back on that? Well, if you do, it is your choice. Until next time, bye-bye.